Hello and welcome to News Channel 3's special report, Taking Action Against Crime.
Murdered in a crowd, Norfolk police are asking for News Channel 3 to help find the witnesses who saw a man get shot in November.
News Channel 3's Juliet Bickford is in the control room with the case.
This case is so different from the many unsolved murders I've covered. The victim was killed in a crowd of people, and it's shocking no witnesses have named the shooter. Nearly 200 people within yards of a murder. It happened in this parking lot crowded with witnesses.
This is a case where there were a lot of people out here, and a lot of people saw what happened.
Detective John Smith says the Norfolk Police Department should be able to solve the murder of Anderson Britt. But they need to hear from the crowds of witnesses who saw the 42-year-old gunned down in this parking lot outside a bingo hall on November 12th. Many are keeping their silence, something that frustrates Anderson's sister Nancy.
All the power is in their hands, basically, you know. I mean, all they have to do is just pick up the phone, or, I mean, it's a hotline that they could call that they won't even, nobody will even know that they, you know, gave the information.
Detective Smith is taking News Channel 3 inside this investigation to help solve Anderson's murder.
Anywhere from 180 to 200 people were at this event. You have people coming out in the parking lot.
With the help of surveillance video, police can tell us what happened next.
Anderson makes his way towards the middle of the parking lot. A crowd follows. There's a confrontation over in this area. Anderson is struck. We're not sure if it was by an object or a fist. Anderson falls to the ground.
Sometime after that, the crowd grows and Anderson is shot.
Those that were around clearly could have seen what happened, clearly would have seen what happened.
Now a desperate plea from Anderson's family to all those witnesses.
Just come forward and let somebody know, because it could be your brother or your father or your, you know, your loved one that could be in the same situation.
If you're here at the event that night, police want to hear from you, get some information on who else was here. Also, they think some people might have been picked up. If you picked someone up from the event, they want to know what you saw in this parking lot.
Or maybe you have information on who Anderson was talking to at the event. This is the last picture taken of Anderson at the bingo hall the night he died. Your call could bring closure to his devastated family.
The last time I spoke with him, I told him that I loved him.
A father of 4, his family describes Anderson as a hard worker who loved his kids. And through her grief, Nancy says she will never stop taking action to get justice for her big brother.
I can't rest until the person that did this is behind bars, you know, is paying for what they did.
You can get results. If you have any information about Anderson Britt or his murder, call the crime line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP. A tip in this case could get you a $1,000 reward if it leads to an arrest.
Virginia Beach police are hoping News Channel 3 viewers can help them catch an accused sexual predator. This is 38-year-old Johnny Lee Ward Jr. He is charged with rape and burglary, and police say Ward needs to serve a suspended sentence for past charges, including indecent liberties, simple assault, and obscene sexual display. Ward has several tattoos, including a Spanish flag on his chest and a bull on his right arm. Beach police are also looking for a fugitive who's considered armed and dangerous. He's not only wanted in Virginia Beach, he also faces charges in Norfolk. Take a look. This is 38-year-old Sean DeMont Davis. He's wanted for abduction and a probation violation. Beach police say Davis was on probation for past crimes, including robbery and firearms charges. He's also wanted in Norfolk for robbery.
And News Channel 3 is getting results. An accused car thief is behind bars thanks to our story, and one of the victims is speaking out with a message to his alleged partner in crime.
Channel 3 works fast, and I'm so happy that they know that they sent you out. You know, they sent you out to take care of this story for me.
Norfolk police say these 2 men stole Estelle Fairby's car. We first told you about these suspects in January. About 2 weeks after our story, police say they arrested Davrion Fulford.
I was thrilled. I was so happy that they at least got one of them.
Norfolk police say Fulford was trying to get on a bus to flee the area, but someone who watched our story tipped off police and he was caught.
Police say when they arrested Fulford, they found a sawed-off shotgun in his luggage. That led to even more charges, including possession of a sawed-off shotgun and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
It gets results, and it gets them fast.
And Estelle hopes this story will help police catch the other accused car thief, Lamont Morris.
Channel 3 is going to air your picture again. So you can't get by. We're gonna find you. The Channel 3 gonna find you.
Estelle has another message for Morris.
Creep on into the police station and give yourself up, because you're good at creeping now. That's how you got my car, because you were creeping in the middle of the night.
Police say these partners in crime stole at least 7 cars from all over Norfolk. Estelle says her neighbors at Suburban Park Retirement Community are committed to taking action against crime.
So not only you, any other criminals won't be able to attack this lot anymore. If so, we're going to call Channel 3 again, and we intend to get every last one of you that's out there.
And as a mother, Estelle says she thinks it's best for Morris to stop running.
Just go ahead and give yourself up, sweetheart. You'll be all right. You got to do a little time, and you'll be fine. Just throw your hands up in the air like this. Say, officer, I don't want to stay out here anymore and do crime.
Police say they think Fulford and Morris sold the stolen cars for scrap metal, and they may have used a tow truck to take them. Be on the lookout for Morris and call the crime line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP.
She is too much.
She is, but she's, you know what? We need more people like her to make sure that, you know, anybody that's on the streets and trying to run from police is going to get it.
All right, well, News Channel 3 is getting more results.
Portsmouth police say Marjorie Hogue turned herself in after her family saw her picture last week on News Channel 3. They reportedly encouraged her to stop running. Police were looking for Hogue to put her back in jail to serve a suspended sentence.
Next on News Channel 3's special report, taking action against crime. New details on a bank robbery that we showed you last week. That is next.
Welcome back to News Channel 3's special report, taking action against crime.
An update now on a bank robbery mystery in Newport News. Police opened their investigation to News Channel 3 last week, and we've got surveillance video, check it out, from the Old Point National Bank on Jefferson Avenue, showing a robbery on December 2nd. Police say this man in his mid-30s handed the teller a note asking for money and then took off with the cash. When a die pack went off, he dropped most of the money and his toy gun. After we showed these crime scene pictures and surveillance video, investigators got a new lead. They are following up on that tip, but they could use more. Newport News police say they can make a good case when they find this bank robber. They have fingerprints and DNA. They just need your help to catch him.
Up next, a fugitive on the run for several years. Tonight, the Portsmouth Fugitive Unit hopes you can help them capture him.
Portsmouth police have been on the lookout for this face since 2005. That's when Jason Trusty was arrested for drug and gun charges, a threatening combination.
This person should be considered dangerous.
Investigators working off a tip arrested Trusty at his apartment in Cherokee Park. Then he got out on bond and disappeared.
He's doing something to conceal himself.
Police think Trusty might be using a fake identity, or
it's possible that he has changed his appearance. Some of his older photographs, he weighed a lot less. He may now weigh a little bit more, may look a little bit different.
We first told you about this fugitive in February 2010. Trusty is also wanted by state police for not complying with the sex offender registry. He was convicted back in 2001 of abduction and aggravated sexual battery in Portsmouth. Police believe his friends and family know where he is.
We know that they've had contact with him, and we would encourage them to call the crime line. It's completely anonymous.
And in Portsmouth, you can also text a tip to Crime Line. Type Portsmouth and your tip. Send it to 274-637 or crimes. You can also send a web tip on the Portsmouth Police website. This new technology is bringing success to Portsmouth Crime Line, and together with News Channel 3 may just catch Trusty after all these years.
We have a proven track record with taking action against crime that we eventually find them, or family, friends, somebody who has had contact with that person will see your show, Taking Action Against Crime, and call the police or call Crime Line.
Police say Jason Trusty also has a distinct tattoo of boxing gloves on his right shoulder. If you know anything about him, call the crime line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP or send a text or web tip.
So how exactly does the crime line work? How does it keep you anonymous? We're breaking it down for you next. Welcome back to News Channel 3's special report, taking action against crime. Call the crime line. We say it all the time.
But how does Crime Line really work? Well, Juliet is here now to break it down for us. I guess it starts with that first phone call.
Absolutely. When you contact the Crime Line, a lot of people say, oh, come on, everybody has caller ID these days. It starts with the phone. The phone that you call doesn't have caller ID. It's really an old-fashioned phone. There's no way to trace the call. You never give your name. You get assigned an ID number with Crime Line. Well, if you find out if you get that money, a lot of people say, well, I don't want to go to the police department to get my money. Then I won't be anonymous. That's not how it works. Then they tell you a certain bank to go to, and there's an envelope with your number on it, and you go get it.
Oh, wow.
And so it's very sort of cloak and dagger. You never quite know. It changes up all the time. They try to keep it always different so that you feel anonymous, so that you feel like you're giving those tips, you're getting that money, but you never get any contact with police ever.
And the folks that they really need to appreciate how valuable this tool is.
Well, wonderfully valuable because, you know, we're up to 129 fugitives caught because of taking action against crime and the Crime Line.
All right, that is it for News Channel 3 Special Report, Taking Action Against Crime.
Good night.
Welcome to News Channel 3's Special Report, Taking Action Against Crime. You hear from us every day. Call the Crime Line.
But the program is one of the police department's best tools to fight crime, enlisting your help to keep your community safe.
All right, so Juliet Bigford is here tonight.
And Juliet has a case of stolen identity.
Yes, we're talking about forgery, ID theft. It brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, with friends like this, who needs enemies?
Is there a reason why you're going so fast?
No, it's not. I was just trying to get to my friend's house.
Chesapeake police say this dash cam video shows 33-year-old Kimberly Bracey being pulled over for speeding.
Okay. Need to see a license or
I don't have my pocketbook on me.
Hey, do you have any type of picture ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Then Officer Dolores Millington says Bracey made a big mistake, giving her friend's name and personal information.
It went from the simple traffic stop to now a felony charge.
That's because police say she signed the ticket with her friend's name. That's forgery of a public document.
That's not a friend. If you're going to do that to your friend, you know that's just wrong.
And it turns out this isn't the first time Bracey pretended to be her friend. The victim told police it also happened in 2005.
She says, she's done this to me before. And I'm like, well, why would she do this to me? She goes, I don't know. Maybe she was scared. I said, but that's not a good reason, because at some point in time, she keeps this up, she's going to ruin your life.
And Officer Millington has a good idea why Bracey lied to her, citing 7 prior convictions of driving on a suspended license in the past 10 years.
She doesn't need to be driving. First of all, according to her abstract, it looks like she never had a license.
Officer Millington says she has a secret weapon that helped her catch Bracey in her lie.
Since you have no picture ID on you, I'm going to require your right thumbprint on my copy of the summons. What it does is it prevents identity theft, okay?
She carries this fingerprint pad on her at all times to identify anyone driving without an ID.
She can lie about who she is, but her fingerprints can't lie.
Now that police know who she is, they're hoping one of our viewers turns her in.
She's out there. She's local. So if they see her, I hope they get her.
If you have any information about Kimberly Bracey, call the Crime Line at 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP. And tonight, we've opened up our Taking Action hotline so that you can call and give Crime Line representatives tips on several fugitives. The number to call is 757-626-0303. The next 15 minutes throughout the show, we're going to show you several cases from all over Hampton Roads. Go ahead and give a call.
And in Hampton, police are looking for this guy, 24-year-old Clyde Lewis III. Investigators say he broke into a house and assaulted the person inside. He is charged with burglary, abduction, assault, and battery.
Suffolk police need your help to find Frank Lowell Ely Jr. He is charged with eluding police. Ely is accused of almost running over an officer to help another fugitive avoid being captured. And James City County police are looking for this accused child molester. 50-year-old Larry Batts is charged with aggravated sexual battery of a 6-year-old.
19-year-old Tyrek Allen is wanted in Newport News. He is charged with 3 counts of felony malicious wounding and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. And in Portsmouth, you can help police there who want to find a guy they say tried snatching an entire air conditioning unit. Take a good look at this picture. This is from Friday, a little before noon, in the Cavalier Manor community. And police say they got calls that this guy was acting suspiciously at a vacant home on Darren Drive. This picture was actually taken by someone who saw it happening and called police. But by the time officers showed up, the guy already took off. Investigators say this is just one of several incidents in the area over the past few months. Now, over in Chesapeake, the crime line now has a new way for you to send tips. Thanks to new technology, you can now text the crime line. Send your tip to crimes 274-637. Make sure you type Chess tip and then the information for police. You will get a crime line ID number texted to you so you can check to see if you get a reward. Or send tips online at ChesapeakeCrimeLine.org. Click on Submit a Tip and fill out the form with as much information as possible.
Up next, a man gunned down in his own doorway. Police say they are close to solving it, but need your help to track down a person who may hold the key to the answers. And remember, you can take action against crime anytime by calling the crime line, or tonight you can call into the Taking Action line. That number is 757-626-0303. Welcome back to News Channel 3 Special Report, Taking Action Against Crime.
You can always call the crime line with your tips to police, but tonight, during this broadcast, we have call takers in the Taking Action helpline ready to take your tips right now. And the number you can call is 757-626-0303. And News Channel 3 is getting results. Donna Mizell was just arrested in Portsmouth on Monday. She faces prostitution and drug charges. This is 23-year-old Dominic Kevon Sexton. He is charged with aggravated malicious wounding. At the end of February, investigators say Sexton got in a fight with several other people. Sexton is accused of shooting someone several times. Now, Portsmouth police asking for help to find 35-year-old Mark Anthony Hodges II. He is wanted for failing to appear in court on charges of drug possession and breaking and entering.
Suffolk police say they are closing in on a killer in an unsolved case. They asked for our help to find a man who could be the key to solving a murder. Juliet has more.
June 30th, 2011. Brandon Alston was shot to death in the doorway of his Suffolk home in the Burbage Grant neighborhood.
You can't bring him back, but you really want to see justice done.
Now, almost a year later, his aunt and uncle are still struggling with the loss.
It was kind of hard. It really was kind of hard, but because he was really like a son.
Suffolk Detective Neil Boone says he's made a lot of progress since June, but he asked for News Channel 3's help to close this case. Police are looking for this man, 23-year-old Rennell Ferris Smith. They're calling him a person of interest.
He was at the scene. There were things that he saw that may be able to answer some questions that I have.
Police talked to Smith the night Brandon was killed in the 200 block of Blackstone Way, but they haven't been able to find Smith since. Now police are asking you to call the crime line if you know anything about Rennell Smith.
In the past, we have put information on your program, and we've got good response from your viewers, and we've solved a lot of cases.
Police say there were people hanging out in this neighborhood park just down the street from the murder the night that it happened. They want to talk to those people, see what they saw and heard. They may have even seen the killer.
In Brandon's honor, come forward. The person is still out there. This person will probably do this again.
That's his family's plea to all Brandon's friends. Police admit it's been tough breaking into that circle.
There are a lot of kids, unfortunately, that have this stigma towards the police. Well, this doesn't have to be about the police. This can solely be about helping bring justice to your friend.
He was about to celebrate his 21st birthday, looking forward to graduating from Norfolk State University. It breaks his uncle's heart that he never got the chance.
I wanted to see him walk across that stage because we had promised his mother on her dying bed, her last moments.
Come forward, give the information, and perhaps you might save someone else's life.
If you have any information about Rennell Smith or Brandon Alston's murder, call the crime line, or you still have a few minutes to reach our Taking Action helpline. That number is 757-626-0303.
In Norfolk, police need your help to find 26-year-old Matthew Sheets. He is charged with robbery. And thanks to you, we are getting results in another case. Brandon Martin was arrested after our story. He is charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and contempt of court. And thanks to your calls to Crime Line, Norfolk police arrested Ranud Hill. Investigators say he is charged with grand larceny.
You can help Virginia Beach police find Brian Arthur Evans, who goes by the name Be Nice. He's wanted for eluding police and driving on a suspended license. And we're getting results in Virginia Beach. Police arrested Marcus Hurd after we profiled him on News Channel 3. He's charged with armed robbery for holding up an AutoZone.
Our Crime Line volunteers still ready to take your tips. Call them right now. We will talk with the Hampton Roads Regional Crime Line president next. Welcome back to News Channel 3's special report, Taking Action Against Crime.
When you call Crime Line, you can remain anonymous. Juliet has details on exactly how that works.
Hey guys, I'm still here in our Taking Action helpline. You have a couple more minutes to call 757-626-0303 to turn in those tips. It's so important they remain anonymous. I'm joined now by Hampton Roads Regional Crime Line President, Detective Jan Westerbeck. You guys all work together with all the Crime Line programs here. I think a lot of people wonder how they can really get cash and you never figure out who they are.
Well, it's simple. We have a phone. It does not have caller ID. You call us, we assign you an identification number. Once you get that number, we ask you to call back in a day or two, and then we give you instructions on how to collect your reward if it led to an arrest. We never see you. We don't care who you are. We don't want your name or your phone number.
And these phones that we have right here are just like the ones that you guys use with Crime Line. There is no caller ID, and you're not going to the police station to get money. There's nobody waiting to get you when you go get your cash, right?
That's correct. And yeah, these phones are very similar to what most of the Crime Line, Crime Solver programs use. No caller ID. That's the basis for our program, anonymity. When you collect your cash, usually we send you to a financial institution.
All right, thanks a lot, Jan. And remember, call 1-888-LOCK-YOU-UP from now on to call the Crime Line.
All right, thanks, Juliet. A lot of good information there. And that is all for News Channel 3's special report, Taking Action Against Crime.
Thanks for watching. Good night.